Seesaw.
Tejo in the comments said he ends up on his heels a lot in the press. What should he do about that?
So I have a
Fortunately,
guy
it's
who,
actually a similar cool. Q.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
I have a guy. This is the weird thing that I'm starting to kind of notice is that a lot of the time people don't understand that the hips press, if you're doing the 2.0, it's all about a balancing act, right? It's a timing act too. So it's more so at the beginning a timing, and then later as the weights get heavy, it's a balancing act. But the timing, people try to rush the press a little bit too soon, and then they either leave their hips too far forward, or at the very end they somehow rock back on the heels because they left their hips forward. I think you need to kind of delay the press a little bit more and work on throwing your hips and tying the press into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. People forget
Go
that
for it.
there's the actual rhythm to it. It's not just you throw your hips and press. It's not hips press. There's an and count in there.
Hips beat
where that
press. Yep.
Hips and press. Hips and press. That's what I'll say to people. You can kind of snap with them for it so they can kind of like hear the
Yep.
rhythm to it. But if you don't let that layback bake for a second, you're just going to press into the layback, and what happens is your shoulders are still over your heels and your hips are forward, so you're going to fall backwards.
Yep.
So like let the hip throw bake a little bit more, reach with it, and then throw your shoulders out in front of it. That's normally what I go
Yep.
for.
And I really love what Chase said about like when the weights get really heavy, you've got to stop. It's a balance problem. You've got to balance the bar over your body at that point. You've got to consciously stop that thing from moving around and force it to stay right over your midfoot at the top.